Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Home of Comics. This is Brayden back again with the finale review of My Adventures with Superman Season 3. This might be the last episode of My Adventures with Superman. I'm not 100% sure. They leave it open to interpretation for Season 4, but obviously we know we're at least getting My Adventures with Green Lantern. So we know we're getting a little bit more in this universe regardless. Let's break down the episode. Let's talk about what happened, and let's see if I enjoyed it. So Clark tames at the start of the episode, Clark still at the Fortress of Solitude. He tames Bizarro, his clone, earning the trust of Brainiac. When Clark mentions Rao from his visions, the stewards in the Fortress of Solitude offer him uh, Krypton's sun. They show him Krypton's sun. He uses that to gain his powers. The Eradicator's now taken down all of Checkmate, Waller retreats, and it's just the super family. Um, Luthor has this device now that will allow him to take full control of the Eradicator. Checkmate, uh, however, captures him and Jimmy Olsen before Lex can use it. And then Slade has this moment where he's like, all right, fine, I'll let you guys go. So that way you can finish off the Eradicator, but you do not need to thank me. Seriously, do not thank me. I'm pissed the hell off at you, which is like completely fair because Slade is pissed off at Luthor for obvious reasons. The Eradicator continues to duplicate himself, which we saw in the last episode. Jonathan, I believe, tried to take him out, and then he just split, and it keeps happening. Luthor tries to get inside the Eradicator's mind using the device, but fails. Superman then returns and saves everybody. Superman apologizes to Jonathan for not being there for him, as they all share like a group hug. And then they call him the House of L. So now the clone, who's Bizarro, Superman, Supergirl, both of the kids, and I guess Lois too is there as well, is the House of L. And they all fight the Eradicator. Superman is able to defeat him. Um, as Superman offers to then help the Eradicator, as he's now this like weak being, the Eradicator refuses and disintegrates. And he has this line about like, "I'm sorry, no one taught you how to live. Everyone taught you how to destroy. No one taught you how to live." And that's all on Lex, right? Every part of that's on Lex. Then Superman and Lois say goodbye to the kids as they return back to the future. Luthor's then imprisoned at Stryker, and then he warns Waller that he saw something is coming from space, and when the time comes, they're going to need him. This is very similar to the Captain America: Brave New World post credit scene. Like it's almost it feels like a shot for shot, to be honest. And I don't love that post credit scene. That's kind of exactly what it feels like. Something's coming. They don't show us, and you'll need my help when all the others arrive. Something to that degree. Finally, the big culmination of the season. Uh, gets adopted by Lois, and Lois proposes to Clark, and of course Clark accepts. So they're gonna get married. And this is also something like if this was the end of the series, it's a pretty good ending. Luthor acknowledges something's happening. You probably could solve that in My Adventures of Green Lantern, and they end up, you know, getting together for good. Lois has made a lot of progress. I actually think that her character in general kind of did have a good arc this season. I would say the whole Jimmy and Kara part of this sucks. And I'm not afraid to say that. I just think that this whole will they, won't they did not make sense from the start. It ends with Kara basically being like, well, you told me you want to be a better friend, so you're going to learn how to do that before you can date me. But they clearly have intentions to be together. Jimmy even says as such. So, like, they're going to be together, but it's just like Kara's like teasing him and making sure that he doesn't turn his back on her again, which is safe and like a good thing to do. The action in this scene, I didn't bring up much of the action in this episode because there wasn't really a lot to say. It's very typical anime style battles. At a certain point, it just becomes kind of bland. Like it's not really the episode's fault. It's just kind of the way that the season has been. Like sometimes you'll just get sort of a bland uh, anime fight, and you're just like, okay, that's it's good. It's not like bad animation or anything. It's just it is what it is. I'll give this episode a 7 out of 10. I do think that for the most part, this episode's pretty good. A lot of my issues with it just come from the fact that I wish that we got better resolutions throughout the last few episodes. It didn't have the time it needed to wrap things up. I knew it wasn't going to, and it doesn't. And so everything feels very quick. Like this review was very quick. Uh, as a whole season, it's definitely the weakest season of My Adventure Superman by far. At this point, I can see why they probably won't want to renew this and let the spinoff happen, see where that takes you, and then maybe renew it if it seems doable from there, or maybe do more Adventures of Green Lantern. I also just wouldn't be shocked to see this end with My Adventures of Green Lantern, just simply because I think part of that series is going to be getting Green Lantern back into the limelight so you can continue to boost up the Lanterns TV show. All in all, I'm giving this season a 6 out of 10. It's certainly not bad, but there's a lot of episodes that just feel like nothing. And honestly, in a 10 episode season, 20 minutes each, you need more than that. There's another show coming out from DC that's going to be very similar to this. It's going to be Creature Commando Season 2, in terms of literally just the amount of time each episode will have and the amount of episodes it will have. If it's going to have 10, it's probably going to be about 20 minutes each. And I hope that that is paced far better. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the season as a whole. And I'll see you guys in the reviews for My Adventures of Green Lantern. As always, take care and peace.